Hello, guys. Japonov, ArchieLuxury. How are you? How are you guys today? It's all good. It's all very good today. Weasels everywhere. Weasels everywhere. Blue Shirt Buddha, $2. It's Monday Night Live with the Pontiff. Thank you, Blue Shirt. I'd love for Blue Shirt to come on. I love him. Patrick Chip, $5. Guys, I got to tell you, happy Labor Day. All hail the Pontiff. Nice one, Arch. Great vid. Thank you, Patrick Chip. I got to tell you, I had an interesting conversation with... I had a very interesting conversation with JJ. He said to me, don't get sucked in by plastic. He told me. That's right. Because plastic rang me last night. He kind of wanted to smooth shit over. You know how these guys are. They all want to smooth it over. And anyhow, I was about to tell the world that everything's okay. But you know what? It's not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay at all. In fact, Plastic went on Cliver's stream and said that I'm only angry because he didn't buy the extra long strap off me. What bloody baloney. Absolute baloney. In fact, you know what? The strap's not for sale to him. It's not. I didn't even want to sell it. What makes me angry is that he would actually go on that Fiker's show and say this sort of shit. That's not very cool at all. In fact, you know what? You know what? It's very uncool. So I got to tell you, you know what, with Plastic? He acted like a jerk. He always acts like a jerk when he buys things. And I'll tell you something else, is that Adam, he had a big fight with JJ yesterday. Guys, super chat me money and I'll tell you all about it. I will tell you all the gossip. Verda, Mr. Tudor to you, $5. Upvote, Fikers. Plastic shall kneel before the Pontiff. I got to be honest with you, man. There is some really bad Fikers out there. You know this? I'm just saying to you, just banning a few people. And JJ made some really good points. Without Archie, Adam was absolute garbage. His channel was garbage. Garbage. Absolute garbage. Garbage. I had that Israeli guy on yesterday. What did you think of him? Please, guys, tell me what you think. That Israeli living in Japan. I don't know how to take him. I don't know how to take him. I want to know from the audience, what do you think of this? What do you think of him? Was he good? Was he boring? He's a little bit into his own little importance. That's what I felt. I thought he was a bit into himself. Ken Fresno, $5. Cliff Notes on the buy Artem JJ agreement. Please, Pontiff. Okay, so basically they had a big screaming match after yesterday's show. JJ rang me just to say that he's not coming on today because he's doing some football thing today. And here we go, producer Mark. Let's see if he gets the headphones. Let's just see if he has the headphones. What the hell is producer Mark? Hello, producer Mark. What the? It's always hello, producer Mark. My God, I don't know what to say. Producer Mark, are you there? I don't know what's wrong with this. Hello, producer Mark. Hello. Jesus Christ. Producer Mark.
Bad connection on your end. Yes, sir, I'm here, sir.
Yeah, so the gossip is they had a screaming match yesterday.
Can't hear you, Archie. Can't hear you. I can hear you now.
I think my end is fine. Producer Mark.
Oh, I can hear you now, Archie. Yes, sir, I'm here.
They had a screaming match yesterday, JJ and Artem. Because Artem's a real gaslighter.
Oh, boy.
He starts. JJ came out and said, you wrecked it. You wrecked it. You destroyed it with Archie. You destroyed it for all of us. That's what he said. And you got greedy. You were streaming 3 hours before, 3 hours after. You'd only come on if there was super chats. You're a greedy son of a bitch. This is what JJ said to Artem yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Artem deflects. He says, oh, no, I would have made my channel would have been successful without Archie. The guy is delusional. He is delusional. I mean, the guy has got mental problems, okay? Mental problems. Hello, Green Room. How are you?
Yeah, hey Archie, how you doing?
Yeah, just telling you some gossip. Apparently, after JJ's stream yesterday, Artem was on there. They had a screaming match. In fact, it got so bad. Let me tell you how bad it got. JJ said, how about I come around and we sort it out outside.
Ooh.
Oh,
yep.
Wow.
Yep, that's how bad it got. Because Artem, he just knows how to push your buttons to drive you to insanity.
JJ's a nice guy. I like him.
JJ's a great guy. And I just wanted to tell you, Plastic.
Yes.
Plastic hasn't been so great either. He rang me last night, but he's been on Clyde's show kissing Clive's ass. You know this?
Ooh.
And he said the only reason I got angry was I was trying to sell my extra long Patek strap. What do you think?
Wow. That's insane, Archie. That's insane.
What's wrong with these guys? Why have they got massive egos? Tell me that.
I have no idea, Archie, but they should humble themselves.
Envy Scotsman, $3. $3 to sing and dance the Macarena. Be a sport, Arch. I don't even know the Macarena. You know this? I don't even know the Macarena. It's crazy. Macarena, I never even... Hey, Macarena.
There we go.
Hey, there we go. That's it. This is, I tell you what, that's a hard, I gotta practice that, NV. I'm just in a bad mood today, okay?
Let's get back to singing Kumbaya.
I gotta tell you, there's some more gossip there. Apparently, Artem is angry at Pugsley.
Oh boy.
They're fighting amongst each other. And apparently, Artem, he's lying to me and Bear. See, I only wanted Artem on my stream if he sings his guts, spills his guts on Marco. I want to divide the
Right.
community.
Divide and conquer.
Exactly.
The British way.
They're nasty. They're very, very nasty guys.
2 super chats.
Juco Ted, $5. Israeli guy was terrible. Sound was all echo, and what I could hear, I couldn't understand a word he said. Yes, no, maybe. Tell me, guys.
He's a good guy, Arch. He's a good guy.
Yeah, I like this. He was very nice to me. So
I think we're talking about Marcelo Green Room. He's a
oh
new gentleman.
god, I thought you were talking about this.
Now,
No,
this is great too. Archie's channel is now like United Nations. People from all over the world. I mean, nobody can compete with Archie. No one.
Now that Marcelo guy, he's good friends with Austin, isn't he?
Yeah, there's some politics there. We've got to do something about these politics. You know that?
Archie, can I say something?
Sure, you can. You can say anything you want.
You know, Green Room is right. He may be friends with Austin, but I think they're all your fans first. They love you first. They got in this game because of you. They were motivated by you. They were, I mean, they're infatuated by you. Like me, like hundreds of people that are on your stream. We love you. That's why we're here.
Tell me this, producer Mark. Why can't I get
Yes,
my
sir.
own TV show?
Well, if you were in America, you'd get a TV show in a heartbeat. I'd produce it for you.
You know how much garbage they make in America?
Oh, absolutely, sir. Trust me, I know.
I mean, do you even want a TV show? I mean, you'd be really controlled by the producers. I don't think you'd be able to do exactly what you wanted.
Where
Here
is
we go.
this? We need this.
Verada, Mr. Tudor, to you, $5. I like Macarona. He's more Brazilian than anything. Marcelo. Brazilians are good people, Arch. They are. They're fun. Ken Fresno, $2. Commies make the best capitalists. And we got M, $5. It got so bad between JJ and Artem that Stefano stopped massaging Artem for at least 30 seconds. Treacherous snakes.
Yep. Hey, Archie.
Let me tell you this. It's
This
got
one's-
very, very nasty. Those guys there, I don't know if I can trust them anymore. Jay, £2. Can I send you a pic, then follow-up question? Sure, Jay. Send that to... Actually, I'll tell you where to send it. Send it to... This is a special secret email address. bestofarchie@gmail.com. bestofarchie@gmail.com. Send it there.
And you got one more super chat.
And we got M, $5. Sorry, which one was the next one? The next one is... Patrick Chip, $5. Nobody heard of Commie Artie till he appeared in the ArchieLuxury universe. He is the definition of a treacherous snake in the grass. Nice one, Arch.
Yep.
Can I trust Marco again? What do you think? Tell me this. What do you guys think?
Oh no, Arch. Oh no, don't do that. Don't do that, Archie.
Mm. What do you reckon?
See, I'm one of those guys. Once bitten, twice shy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and they gained a lot from you. Let's face it, they gained a lot. They gained subscribers. They made money off you. They got
Mm-hmm.
advertisers off you. And without you, if you're not there, they won't last more than 6 months
Mm. Can I show you
because they
some
keep talking about the
internal?
same thing. The streams are the same topic. There's no difference.
Okay. Can I show you some internal gossip?
Sure, sir.
Have a look
Uh
at this
oh.
here. Here we go. Internal gossip. Okay, here we go.
Oh God.
This is sorry, just very quickly. Malik Diamond, $5. Believe someone when they show you who they are. Thank you. Look at this.
Just how
This
many
was a
spies
comment.
do you have working for you, Archie?
We've got a few.
MI5.
Watch Cardinal sucks. I never got to meet you, Jamie. You seem like a good dude. This is Watch Cardinal trying to move in on my wealthy donors / fans. What do you say to that?
Oh wow. Yeah, well that's how they do it, Arch. That's how they do it. But this wants to get on. He just asked me to ask you to drop the link.
I think the picture says it all, really.
Yeah. That's and I hate that. I hate that. I've been through this, so I know exactly how you feel, sir. I know exactly how you feel.
It's a fair picture, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Here's another follow up. What do you do?
Don't forget it.
What do you do?
I think
And you know what? The other thing is too, with this community, you have talentless people like this who come on, right? Absolutely no talent. Absolutely no life. You get sucked in. You have a bit of empathy for him. You feel sorry for him. And then, before you know it, he's giving direction. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, producer Mark, but you and Dis did a show.
yes, and we talked about cameras, sir. Cameras.
And Dis wanted to reunite the community.
Yes, sir.
The community. The funny thing
Yes,
is,
sir.
you know, Artem, who adds nothing to anyone's stream, he wants to be the great uniter.
He can't.
And that's the same as Dis. There's no real talent. He wants to be the one who reunites the community.
This is genuine, Arch. This is genuine. One thing about this,
Mm.
he's a genuine guy. He really is.
Mm.
And your viewers seem to really like him. A lot of guys in chats have to say good things. So
Okay.
You know, it's better. You know, when you reach a certain age, you sometimes you have to believe in people and just be good. You know, just be good. And this is not the kind of a person who's ever going to stab you in the back, Arch.
Malik Diamond, $5. Believe someone when they show you who they are. NV Scotsman, $3. 216570 black or 7. Definitely, I'd get the 42 mil. It's better, newer class, bigger size. It's a little bit soft now. You're still a relatively good buy. 100%, because it's something you can use and enjoy. NV, and don't sell. Don't sell any of your Rolex to do it. Ken Fresno, $5. Arch, please don't even think of bringing back Pugsley the banner. Toxic uni grad sludge, please. Yeah, I tend to agree with that. You know what? I've just been burnt. It's like having a girlfriend who's a stripper and she goes with other guys. Yeah, but that's my business. I've got to do this. I got to eventually just say, you know what? You're just too much hard work, honey. I don't need this. Producer Mark, can I ask you something,
Yes, sir.
right? In your own
Yes, sir.
life, you got divorced, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
What the hell? What happens to these women? You make the American dream come true, then they end up hating your guts. Can you please explain that to me?
Well, I'm not an expert in that
No, but you're
arena.
just one very badly scolded man. I think you are an expert.
Yes, yes, I got shafted, Archie, and
Why do
I
they do
learned my
this? Can I
lessons.
ask you why? Why do they do this? Is it a power thing? Is it the
Uh,
feminist movement? What is it?
I, I
Why is
I
it?
don't know, Arch. I don't know. I never could put my finger on it.
Are all women as mad as cut snakes, or there are some good ones out there?
There are some good ones out there. Very rare. Very,
What
very
is wrong with
rare.
them? Can I ask you that? What is the problem? Can I ask you that? What is
Ah,
wrong?
I don't know, Arch. I don't know. It's a topic that it's been going on since the dawn of mankind. I mean, I have no answers for that.
Mm.
I just love my single life, and it's beautiful.
Yes. So, whereabouts in America are you now, if you don't mind me asking?
The Windy City, sir, Chicago.
That's expensive city.
It is. It is. Yes.
Now, Dis, how are we going with the cleanup? I just want to see how the cleanup is going. How are we going with the cleanup?
Well, I cleaned the wall.
Did the grime come off or not?
Not all of it, but I will get that off too.
Just 1 minute there. Jamie Opulence, €5. No moving in on me, Arch. I'm all yours. We will be drinking Singapore slings before you know it. You know, Jamie, I got to tell you, out of all the people I've had on the show, Jamie Opulence has been just a top bloke. He's positive.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's done amazing things. Like he doesn't big note himself, but if you really talk to him, he's pretty amazing what he's achieved. Okay? He's very clever, very positive. He's just a nice. I get a good vibe out of him. I get a good vibe. Like this comes on here, I can just see disaster. This is like kind of a guide what not to do. Don't do this or your life will end like this. Green room. Green room is kind of
Oh
very
God.
safe. Play it safe. Play it safe. Always do the safe option. Not too much. Don't risk too much. Just okay. And producer Mark, he's just scolded. He had the American dream and he had to give it back. You
Oh,
know.
no, no, no. I haven't given it back. I'm just living my own American dream.
Yeah, the American dream. It turned into a delusional fantasist. That's exactly what happened. It turned and yeah. So Jamie's cool guy. Next super chat is Envy Scotsman, $3. This, can you help with the Mascarina? Macarena. Da 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 da.
Sure, yeah, I can help if you wanna.
That
We
was
can
a
dance.
great song
This
there.
do the Macarena dance. This.
Super chat.
Only if Archie
Yeah.
likes it. Only if Archie wants it.
Yeah, I gotta tell you there. It's some really nasty stuff there. Some really nasty stuff.
What's the
Okay,
gossip,
next
Arch? What's the gossip?
we got plastic. Plastic, $2. Not sorry, I didn't buy that schmacko's. Fake me dead garbage. He back look, he just annoys me. He gets very aggressive and predatory. That's what he is. He's predatory. Plastic is I don't think I want to be Plastic friend anymore, okay? I think it's over. I'm sorry. I was going to come on the show and say me and Plastic are fine again. I don't particularly want to be friends with him anymore. Super chat now if you think I should be friends with him, or super chat if you think I shouldn't be friends.
In the thumbnail for
Come on,
today's
guys.
stream, whose picture is that?
That's Plastic.
Oh, okay, right.
I got to be totally honest with you. I'm questioning a lot of things in my life at the moment.
You got one
And
more.
Envy Scotsman, here we go. $3. Come on, Arch. Give this the green light to Macarena. This.
Yeah.
I got to tell you. See, I like the way you come into this community and you think you're going to be the glue that reunites the watch community. You alone are the sole ingredient that links everybody. I'm just not very friendly.
Okay.
Do you understand that? I don't want to be united. I want to tear the community apart.
Why?
Just so you can't have success. That's why. I want to see you fail yet again.
Yet again? What did I fail at in the first place?
Bringing anyone back to your apartment?
I just came back from a girl. Yeah, man.
You got a girlfriend now?
No, I just came back from a girl's house.
What happened?
We hugged.
That's it?
Yeah.
First date?
Yeah.
What does she do?
She's a psychologist.
Whew. They're nasty. Those psychologists are nasty snakes. They're going to be psychoanalyzing you. What's she saying? What's he doing? She's going to be in... Oh, my God. A lot of psychologists I've met are absolutely mad as cut snakes. Mad as cut snakes.
I agree completely.
And their own life is a mess. Their own relationships are disasters. Let me tell you a very Thai thing I found with doctors and smart women. Thinking too much. Don't thinking too much. Thinking too much. They thinking too much. And that's the problem. Thinking to just go with the flow, man.
Guy, I came ready to this girl. Look. Ooh. I came ready.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
He is deadly serious, man. Well, that's at least look. I gotta give you some points. Is that at least he was
played safe?
He's looking. He looks showered and fresh, doesn't he?
Yeah, I did.
He looks showered and fresh. Timepiece Fund, $5. 2 kinds of women genetically wired to be by your side: your mother and your daughter. The rest are opportunity cost, collateral damage, and part-time friends. Holy shit.
Oh, wow. That's
2
deep.
kind of women genetically wired to be by your side, your mother and your daughter. The rest are opportunity cost, collateral damage, and part-time friends. Holy shit. What does that mean? Green Room, you're the smartest man on the panel here. What do you think, Green Room?
Let me just read that again. Look, I'm not that bloody smart.
I think he's right. He's actually... Timepiece Fund has got a bit of logic there. Ooh. They're all after what's in it for them. Deep. They're out for what they can get. They're part-time. Jesus Christ. I don't know what to say. What was
Saad saying about women yesterday? They're all problematic or something that he was going on about?
Yeah. You know how rich that guy is? He had a McLaren. What? Do you understand?
Who's this?
Saad.
Oh.
You know he has a McLaren?
Yeah, wow.
Like, we're not just talking rich, we're talking like a king.
Nice.
Don't even ask what they cost to do a wheel alignment or something on those things. Everything is ridiculous. The Pine Baron, $5. Psychology is a fake science. Run, run. Arch, what happened to JJ? Yeah, JJ's doing a sports thing today, but he's coming back. He rang me and just wanted to spill the guts on plastic. He wanted to make sure I realized plastic was on Clive's show. Andrew Ballantyne, £2. Let's respect women, gentlemen. I agree with that. I think you do need to respect women. That is true. You do have to have respect. Yeah, I would agree with that. I do like to have respect. Yes, I do. I do like to have respect for women. Okay?
Couple super chats.
Yeah, Pine Baron, $5. Timepiece fun means that mother and daughter represent unconditional love. All the rest are trade-offs you make against your future self. Ooh, he's right.
You got one more.
He's right. $5. Women are always monkey branching to what they feel is their next best provider. Thousands of years of behavior support this. Monkey branching. What's monkey branching?
I think that's
deep.
Hypergamy, or that's what that
deep.
means.
That's very deep, you know.
Hypergamist.
Plastic,
one guy
$2.
to another, I guess.
JJ Chicken is stealing all of Archie's super chats. Yes, he did. I did see that. There were some more things sent to me too. Do you want to see some more internal gossip?
Yeah, show
Yeah,
us.
of course. Yeah, man.
Okay, I'll show you some more internal gossip. Right? Have a look at this. You think, because I got to be totally honest with you. I do actually take note of what the gossipers come to me and tell me. I do take note of it, okay? I may not say anything on the stream, but I do actually take very big concern with it. Let's just show you. Oh, here where is it? Where is it? Shit. Just trying to find. Here we go. Here you go. Have a look at this. Look at that. Do you see what I'm talking about or not?
I'll zoom in a bit.
Oh,
The
wow.
super chats. Look at the super chats he got.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
Wait, whose stream
Holy
is this?
shit.
Yeah, that was JJ's yesterday's stream. GS Superman. GS Superman, we love you. GS Superman. What? How come I didn't harvest GS Superman? And the real Cars and Chrono. I want to get that guy on. The real Cars and Chrono.
They're all making money off you, Archie.
I know. What do I do then? What do I do? Tell me what I do.
You keep bringing him on, Archie. You keep bringing him on.
What do I do?
If you cut him off, they won't make any money. That money will die out.
Yep. I'm just saying, what do I do?
All of them. See, I don't have, and I don't want to, eat your brains out here, but I don't have a channel. I'm not looking for subscribers.
No, Dis
was
looking at doing that as well. Dis was looking at.
At what?
No. This is doing regular videos.
Oh shit, Archie, you got to delete someone in the chat right now.
Okay. Yeah, I don't understand. What the hell is wrong with these guys? Can I ask you that?
They're faked.
What happened?
Just hang on.
Just
hang
move
on.
on.
I think it's already been dealt with. It's been dealt with already. It's been dealt with. I don't understand.
What happened, guys?
I don't understand. Yeah, blue shirt. Thank you. Blue shirt. Clean that up. Thank you, blue shirt. You just ban anyone who's a dick. Just ban them all. Ban them all, blue shirt. You just go crazy. I tell you who another guy who I think has got some problems is that bloody... I tell you who I thought really had problems was that bloody Rich Buddy. He's not 100%.
He's the guy with the who was complaining about his movement or something. He did something to his.
He's just completely. Everything is just a problem with him. You know. Everything's a problem. I don't know what to say anymore.
Archie, can I tell you something?
Sure.
I asked Mark Goldberg if he wants to do a video together.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's some internal politics because Bear Clooney can't stand him for whatever reason. I quite like Mark Goldberg, but Bear Clooney can't stand him for good reasons.
Yeah,
and
why? Why does he not like him?
Well, that's just his business. That's just what they do. See, so Bear contributes so much to me. I'm not going to rock that relationship. Do you understand?
Yeah, I respect that. I respect that.
Yeah. Captain Kirk, $5. JJ got those super chats because Cars and Chrono unboxed an $800,000 Vacheron and you had Marcelo laughing gas on. 800,000? Holy shit. $800,000 Vacheron? My God. And that's US dollars, Green Room. That's not even Aussie peso.
Oh, God.
My God. Shit. I gotta tell you guys, what's going on there? Tell me this. Producer Mark, what's the go? Who do we keep? Who do we... Dis, you said, is loyal. Dis is loyal.
This is a nice guy. I like this.
You like this? A lot of people have been very critical of you, Producer Mark.
That's all right, Arch. I don't care.
Yeah. Irix Guy, what do you think of Irix Guy?
I never like to talk bad about anybody.
No. Ratings, Irix Guy, what do you think, Green Room?
Oh, I subscribed to his channel. I watched his PS5 unboxing.
Yeah, was it any good? He's a nice guy.
He's a very nice guy.
Why isn't he getting views then?
Because of his accent, man.
You reckon? I like his accent.
See, that I can understand.
Well, what's wrong
with
he
has a good
accent. Views. He's got like 87,000 subscribers.
Yeah, I know.
It's good.
He's getting like 20 views.
I know. Things have gone bad for him. He used to do a lot of drone videos.
That's a problem, man.
Plastics put in comment. He stole from Arch. I called it in February and Bear and Showcase kicked me out of the WhatsApp group for being honest. Yeah, I got to tell you, Plastic is a bit delusional. I don't really care about selling that strap. In fact, I'd prefer to keep it.
Super chat.
Here we go. Jay, £10. Email sent. Forgive the pic. My son was playing with the Patek roll. 4 Pateks in the roll and an AP 15300 ST on the wrist. I don't need more. Arch, which watch would you let go to make room for a 5170G? Thanks. Ooh, this sounds very interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm just going to cool this up. This is amazing pic. Let's get this up on the screen. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Let's have a look at this. This is an amazing photo, guys. I'm just going to bring this up. It's kind of a weird, the way he's got this photo done, it's a weird kind of, let's see if I can edit this, rotate. How do I rotate it? Because it's on a weird, okay, I'll just bring it up. Let's bring it up. This, I tell you what, I tell you, let's have a look at this here. So he wants to get rid of one of the watches, right? Okay, here we go. So what he's got, I'll tell you what he's got. Let's get this thing on the screen now. Talking watches. Share screen, here we go. Look at this. What has he got there? He's got a couple of Patek Philippe's.
Wow.
So, some really nice stuff. Really, really, really.
Oh, isn't that the one that you had for a bit? That one in the middle?
Okay,
Oh.
let's have a look at this.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So let's have a look at this. I'm going to zoom in a bit and see what we can find here. So that's the 6006. Yeah. No, this is actually the 6000. You know why? Because it doesn't have the hollow hands. This is the model before my one. I think this might even be the rare blue dial. They did a blue
Yeah, it looks
dial.
blue to me. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's actually very collectible piece. So he's got the 5396. That's an annual cat. That's absolutely beautiful. Keep that. The 600. This is a 6000. Keep that. He's got two Nautiluses. I tell you what, personally, I'd get rid of one of those. Now, what are they? I'm going to have a look here because he sent me a list of exactly the models they are. So he's got a Patek 3800 white dial, a Patek 5800 blue dial, Patek 6000G blue dial, Patek 5396 blue dial, and he's on his wrist he's got an AP 15300. I'd probably get rid of the white dial Nautilus, the 3800, because you've got two. There's a 58. The 38 was the previous model. Keep one of those. You decide if you really like one over the other. And he wants to buy a 5170. That's what I would do there. Lovely collection indeed. Beautiful watches. I don't know what more you could really want there. What do you think of a collection like that, guys? What
Beautiful.
do you think?
Beautiful, yeah, man. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty amazing. That's a very gorgeous sort of collection. What more could you want in life? What more?
A good woman. A good woman. Jamie as a friend.
Jamie as a friend. David N, $5 Canadian. Dis sing fun on the Autobahn cowboy style. What's fun on the Autobahn? I never heard of that. How does
It's a
that
song.
go?
It's a song by the German band Kraftwerk.
Oh.
Sing it.
Do you want me to sing it?
Yeah, give it a shot. Give it a shot there. We'll give it a shot.
Wir fahren auf der Autobahn. Fahren auf die Autobahn. Wir fahren auf die Autobahn. Fahren auf die Autobahn. Na, 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 na.
That sounds very good. Thank you so much for your Watches 24. Arch, describe the positive, negative characteristics of the American collector versus the European versus Asian versus Australian collectors. Look, I got to tell you, I think a lot of watch collectors extremely narcissistic, extremely self-centered, I think a lot of watch collectors just want to it's the ultimate in flexing, really. I think some of the European collectors, the American collectors tend to look at kind of the money more. The European collectors say, I like some of this, some of that. Asian collectors, they're trying to prove themselves to the rest of the world, so they got to have the heavy hitters. Australian collectors, I think Australian collectors, they have a lot of fun. They like to have a couple different watches. I think Australian collectors probably... I tend to like collectors with smaller collections. I think once you get over a certain threshold, it then becomes very, very self-centered. But I tend to think somebody who builds a collection slowly, there's a lot of substance in that. That's what I kind of like there. So, look, this hobby brings out the worst in people. Thomas Burdett, £4.50. Arch, bring up a picture of Blue Shirt Buddha's watch, the bluesy, and give us the pontical analysis of this watch. So, what Blue Shirt Buddha has, okay, the thing is, speaking of collectors, what I love about Blue Shirt Buddha is that he really is just a Rolex man. That's what he is. He's a Rolex sort of guy. Let's bring a picture of it up. You betcha. Let's have a look at this. I'm going to bring up a picture now. I'm going to bring this up. Let's go to David SW. That's the best place we can go to see this great watch, because you got no hope of getting this. You got absolutely no hope of getting this through the AD. There's no hope. You're wasting your time. If you think you can get this sucker through the AD, that's just not going to happen. So let's take a sticky beak here and have a look here. So we go to Submariners. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. And then we have a look. Look at this. So I got to tell you, do they have the new one? So the thing is, the interesting thing is, who we got? Someone else is trying to jump on. I just got the ping. Oh, we got Blue Doc BBW. We'll get Doc on. Hello, Doc.
How's it going, guys?
Hey, man. How's it going?
So let's have a look at this. The new 41 mil bluesy is $20,000, $19,000 to $20,000. The black dial one is $1,000 cheaper. And then, if we looked at the 40 mil one, the ceramic 40 mil, 16,000. So there's quite a bit of variety there. The one blue shirt Buddha's got, well, he's of course got the 41 mil. This is the new one. And I gotta say, in all honesty, I think it's the perfect one and done watch.
Do you miss your bluesy?
I had the pre-ceramic.
Yep.
So I got to tell you, I preferred the two-tone Daytona because it had the new clasp. Okay?
Right.
So, in all honesty, do I miss it? Yeah, I do a bit. But my problem was because I had the... I thought you're supposed to put the deodorant before you saw the girl, not after.
Oh, I thought you didn't see, Archie.
No, what happened?
I put the deodorant.
You do that when you realize.
To get rid of the cigarette smoke smell, man.
I don't think it does, but I think you should stop smoking if you want to get rid of cigarette smell, you know?
Yeah, that's true. That's true, man.
Because it comes out of your sweat pores.
Shit.
This watch, absolutely perfect. What do I think of it? I like the proportions. I think, honestly, if you were one and done, this is absolutely perfect. This is like a cross between the pre-ceramic and the maxi. It's kind of the proportions, everything about it is absolutely perfect. $20,000, you know what? Pay the $20,000. This is your one watch for life. You could go to the opera with this watch. You could go to the swimming. You could go on you could go on the QE2 with this watch. I think it's probably the most versatile watch known to man. And I think, honestly, it's pretty damn beautiful. What do you reckon, Doc? Well, Doc goes vintage. Doc doesn't like the modern. He likes the vintage. But I think as a one and done for a collector, man, how could you go wrong with this?
Well, I'm not going to say that's not a nice watch. Absolutely. I mean, I have a pre-ceramic version. But
here we go. RRR $2 dis with the fresh shave. You need to have a shave, he's saying. Plastic's going back to work. See you later, Plastic.
you know, you were asking about plastic, and I got to say that with all of his flaws, one of your biggest supporters and defenders is plastic. Just something to think about.
No worries, Doc. If I had a choice of getting the second vaccine or not, got to think about it, Doc.
You asking me? You talking to me?
Yeah, I'll talk to you off air. I'm confused, Doc. I got to tell you.
I haven't sent you enough information then, clearly.
Injecting poison into yourself. But the thing is, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, Doc. You know this?
No. The propaganda makes you think you're damned if you don't.
Mm.
Unless you're unhealthy, unless you have a risk factor that unless you have a risk factor that you either know or don't
We
know
all
about.
have risk factors. We're human.
No. Unless you have a risk factor that's part of the category that we've already talked about, right?
Here we go. Sirocco sales $5. Arch, I got the 126613 LB 41 mil bluesy after a 2-month wait in the UK. All I need is our borders to open so I can go fetch it. Yes.
Painful.
Yes.
That's painful.
Yes. Definitely.
That's painful.
Can we have a quick look at what David is asking for the root beer?
Yeah, let's have a look. Just one quick.
We'll
come to that. We'll come back to that. Let's go and have a look at what. Okay, so that's 20,000. Now, 20,000. I think, you know what? You're not going to get it playing dealer games, are you? The root beer. Let's have a look. The root beer. Da. Ooh, it's a little bit. It's a smidgen higher. Okay, same money. What do you think? What would you rather go for, a root beer or a bluesy? What a great combo meal deal pair. What do you think of that as a pair?
I tell you what, I saw it was a ceramic one, but you see a root beer in person and you have a lot more respect than seeing photographs. It's a nice watch.
You know, the best thing about the root beer is that dial. I think that dial in black works. You've just got a little bit of brown on the bezel. It's
in the photographs it's understated. In person you get you get a feel for what it's really about.
I've seen the root beer in person, and
Yep.
I've felt it, and it really is something very special. That's the funny thing. You look at pictures, and sometimes you see it in person, and it's a totally different experience to what you think it was going to be.
Absolutely. Well, most of the time the pictures are purposely made to impress you more than what you see in person. Because they're advertising photograph, and that's what
I think is the bargain. Let me tell you this. What I think is the bargain in the GMT two-tone genre is the yellow. I don't know if David's got
green.
One. The green with the yellow gold. You know what I mean? Because they were a couple thousand, many thousands cheaper. They were cheaper than the.
Well, I thought they had gone up as the others.
They have now. Yeah, they have. Meteorite dial. What do you think of this meteor? It's an amazing watch.
Well,
what's his name?
The guy from the other day had it on, didn't he?
Marcelo, the Israeli.
No.
Black shirt
he had
guy.
one too. The other guy, the bald guy, had one.
Oh, Chris, for horology.
Yeah, that's.
You have to look carefully and know what you're looking for, though, because I saw a yacht master with just the slate silver dial, and I thought I was looking at a meteorite dial initially. I was sitting next to a guy on a plane, and I'm looking at his watch to the point where I'm staring. He's like, "Oh, you're looking at my watch?" And then we start talking, and I eventually had to tell him I thought it was a meteorite.
As for
Jay, £5. Thanks, Arch. You're right. Was thinking letting the Patek Nautilus 3800 white dial or the AP Royal Oak 15300 ST go. Leaning towards the 3800, but it's rare. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's rare. The market's very, very hot. I think that'd be a great watch to let go of. You've got two. I think that'd be good to look. It's one of these things, You have to decide. At the end of the day, we can only make a decision based on now. What the future does, we don't really know. Patrick Chip, $5. Glad to have a class act like Doc BBW on tonight. He may be all vintage, but no shortage of watch knowledge.
I appreciate that, Pat.
Yeah, it's very kind of him there. I got to tell you, the GMTs, I don't think they're really good value anymore. They've become so expensive. I think
Arch,
the
I got a question.
Explorer 2 is got great. I tell you this now. The Explorer 2's got some great. They've gone up a bit. They have really gone up, these Explorer 2s. Personally, if I was buying one now, I wouldn't be paying the premium for the white. I think that's a bit of bullshit. I'd be going black dial.
I think you need to go with what you love, because it's not that much more to get a white if you're going to, spend the money on it. If you really love the white,
there's nothing wrong with the black. It's beautiful. The black is
that's my favorite.
Beautiful.
That's my favorite.
The only reason I went for the white, that's just the ones that came up. It's just the roll of the dice.
At one time, the whites were cheaper.
They were a lot cheaper. That's the main reason I got it. I always buy the cheaper one, and then they.
But it's kind of fleeting. It's the one moment one's cheaper, the next moment another's cheaper. Get the one you love. Spend $1,000 or whatever more to get the one you love. Unless you're going to flip, that's a different story. But if you're going to own it, you don't want to keep looking at the time and saying, I wish I had the other dial.
Yeah, you're right.
Did you guys figure out the whole monkey branching thing? Did somebody sort that out to you?
No, you can explain it,
going
Doc.
from
What
one
was
guy
meant
to
by
another.
that?
No one. Okay. Well, it's actually
Well, I know.
Green Room was getting there, but it basically has to do with some women wanting to increase the amount of money they're getting out of a guy, or increase the value of the man. Like, when they want a high value guy, they want to go from a millionaire to a 5 millionaire to a 10 millionaire to whatever they can get. And along the way, extract money from the last one, whether it's have a baby with them and then to get a divorce and to move on to the next one, whatever it might be.
I would kind of see it perhaps just a little bit differently. I would say it's perhaps more so about looks than perhaps money, but maybe others would disagree.
It's always about the money. It's always about
the money. There we go, producer Mark.
It's very rarely you see. It's very rarely you see one of the women with a wealthy guy leave him without having any kind of parachute. Leave him for a good-looking guy. Now, if they divorce and they've got their parachute, that was always the plan anyway. And then if they go for a good-looking guy, they're not going to marry him. They're just going to go have some fun till they can get another rich guy to marry. They're going to marry the good-looking guy because they might end up having to pay him in court.
I think
that's just reality, Green Room. I mean,
I think that's how it perhaps used to be. I just think maybe I should.
No, that's the way it is now. Because anything from millennial and down, I'm so sorry, but most of the women, if they're not outright sugar babies, they kind of see themselves a little bit as sugar babies. Until they hit the wall, and now they can't be a sugar baby, and now they're looking for somebody like us.
What age does
that's
these
right.
ladies
I
hit the
agree.
wall, Doc? What age
point.
do these ladies hit the wall, Doc?
And of course, I'm saying generally. I mean, I'd say that there's
what age
more.
Do you think? What age do you think they hit the wall?
Depends on how well they take care of themselves, but in their 30s.
I see.
That's when they kind of start hitting it. It's hard for a 40-year-old woman to be a sugar baby. Although I've met some, I'm in California, so I've met some who, they're in their 50s even trying to be sugar babies. It's tough.
I see.
Because they're latching on to 70-year-old guys trying to, but the 70-year-old guys are already looking past the 50-year-old wannabe sugar baby at the 40 and the 30-year-old wannabe sugar baby. Right?
I see.
So it's a challenge. It's just messed up psychology.
I just think that the bigger the welfare state becomes, the less it becomes about the man's wealth, and the more it becomes about the money. Well, sorry, the looks. That's just, but I don't know.
Well, that could be true if you're looking at somebody who's going sort of at the lower level, because you're never going to become a millionaire on a welfare state. The woman's not going to become a millionaire. She might be comfortable having a few babies and then getting money for that. That's true, but she's not going to be a millionaire doing that.
No.
So, most of them have dreams of, a Prince Charming that's a millionaire, not a Prince Charming that's a good-looking guy, but he's working McDonald's.
Hasn't quite got his shit together.
I kind of
Hey,
see it a bit
hey,
differently.
Archie.
Sorry.
Archie,
I see your
Yes,
point, though. I absolutely
Mark.
see your point.
this is the reason why other channels will never succeed, because we have so much wisdom in your
Real
channel. We
topics.
talk about everything.
Yes.
I had a bad connection, so I heard that question come up, and I heard the panel confused about what it meant, and then I lost connection, so I was able to come on. So I wondered if you guys sorted it out.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
No, Doc. You it's always good to have your wisdom there. It's always.
I learned
good
it the
to have-
hard way, baby. I learned it the hard way. I'm divorced too.
Yeah.
Welcome to the
yeah,
club,
it's-
sir.
And it's one of those things where everybody on the outside was like, "Is she crazy?" But you're giving her everything. You let her do whatever she wants. Well, that's the problem. It got boring.
That's
and
when the
stale
problems
because
start.
I let her. Yeah, I just let her do whatever she wanted. I wasn't fighting her because I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. So I wasn't fighting her. I made it boring.
Oh, I see. Doc, it's kind of being married is kind of like having staff, isn't it?
Definitely a challenge.
It's a challenge, isn't
Guys,
it?
I'll be
It's
right
never.
back.
You can't just drop your game, can you? You can't just let your game settle and say, "Look, this will all work out," because they go off on weird tangents.
Well, I can only speak about my case mostly, and everything else is theory. But I was engaged. Sounds crazy. I was engaged for 5 years. I should have just stayed perpetually engaged.
Yes. Yes.
And I was the one who said, "Well, why don't we go ahead and get married and have our ceremony?"
Mm.
And of course, then once we got married, there was no ceremony because she didn't want to spend the money on a ceremony. She wanted to spend it on other things. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. It was a weird situation, Doc. I got to be completely honest with you. I think you could have done a lot better, Doc. I'm sorry to say this
Absolutely.
to you. I think you could have done a lot better, and
I'm not at all disagreeing.
I think some of your choices were rather poor, Doc. I've got to tell you honestly.
I was thinking with my Johnson. Sorry.
Super Rodent $2. Speaking of Williams of women, will Pugsley encounter one? Look, he's got a few girlfriends. He's just a young guy. I don't really want to take anything away from his. I'd like to be 22 again. 22 was a great age. Maybe not.
Excuse me.
22 could also be a pain in the ass. You're trying to establish a career, and I probably enjoyed mid 30s, 40. 40 was good. Thomas Burnett, £4.50. So, Arch, we've got the Bluesy as a perfect one and done. Add a Speedmaster Man on the Moon to that collection, and the collection is looking good.
You got
Bring
one
up
more.
the 1861. Yes, I would tend to totally agree with that. I think honestly, I think any of the Speedmasters, any.
And I was about to say, if you've got a smaller wrist, you might want to look at a first Omega in space first. It's a little bit smaller.
I quite like the first Omega in space. I think it's a. I'll just see if David SW has got an Omega. Let's have a look if he's got an Omega. Let's see what he's got in Omega. Omega. Let's have a look.
I'd say if you can handle it,
Speedmaster.
if you can handle it, a basic Speedmaster is your best bet. But if you've got a small wrist, that's the alternative.
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. I've never been a big fan of these dark side, grey side of the moon. I've never really liked that. Looking at these watches here that David SW has, I tell you what appeals to me. Looking at this here, because I'm a bit of a I must admit, first Omega in space. Look at that, under $5,000. They look quite beautiful. The 3861. Yeah, that's worth considering. That's with the new movement, the coaxial movement. I reckon that could be worth considering.
I think if you've got the money, clearly the reissue at White 321 is going to beat out your first Omega in space.
Yeah, look, here we go. I must say this. I like the Sapphire Sandwich. I think that is nice. He's also got some 1861. This is the standard one. Look, just under $6,000. Yes, here's one for $5,000. Yeah, I'd probably go the $5,000. Now he's also got that on a strap, leather strap. I'd prefer it on a bracelet. Even though the bracelet you may not wear it with, I think it's nice to have it. Here we go. Let's look at this. We're getting into some more. What's he got here? The X33, never like that. That's more of a collector kind of thing. This white dial here, look at this. This is a reduced. I don't like that. It's a limited edition one. Here's a... Look, I got to be honest with you. The one that I like most here, I'd probably go for a standard. Look at this, just under 5,000, 1861.
Which seems like a good price for a 1861.
Yeah. It is a big box. It's got everything you could possibly want.
Question for this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Any seller's remorse from getting rid of the first Omega
in space?
Not really, because I'm really enjoying the Seamaster that I got.
That's right. Because you had two Speedmasters before.
I have one right now, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe what's your wrist size?
7-inch.
Yeah, that's right on the edge then from... But if the regular Speedmaster fits that 7-inch, then go for it.
Timepiece Fund, $5. All collectors want validation, me included. Some annoyingly more needy than others. Shrinks, opine, that it's an effort to fill voids of unloved past. Whew.
Boy, Timepiece is coming up with some hits today.
Opine... Shrinks opine that's an effort to fill voids of unloved past.
Was Timepiece the one who came up with the moms and daughters comment?
I think he was.
Yes.
Yeah, boy.
I think he's got
a
wisdom. Psychology book open in front of him.
He's spitting some wisdom. I don't know where he's getting it.
Spitting some wisdom. Super Rodent, $2. Pugsley looks like a Gullet fish with
I don't really want to... Gefilte fish. Gefilte fish.
Filter.
It's Jewish food.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything. You know, he's a... Look, I don't want to start making fun of people or saying silly things that... Look,
but I will say, there was somebody who posted a character from a movie, and I don't know of these movies, but he did look a lot like some character from a movie. I don't know what movie.
Oh, that was the cartoon. Yeah.
No, it was a character. It was an actor, some actor in some movie. So
I gotta tell you, I think honestly, the most perfect one and done watch. I would have to say, you know, you asked me, Green Room, do I miss my bluesy?
Mm-hmm.
And the honest truth is, if it was the 40 mil maxi, probably would have missed it more. Here we go, GB, $2. Uncle Fester. There we go, Doc. This is getting... I'm not sure about
I don't
that.
think so. It would have been a younger character. It was
Cream Disco, $5. Thoughts on the blue Sky-Dweller? I think it might be my next Rolex. And first, not from an AD, does David SW have one? I gotta tell you, the Sky-Dweller itself is one of the most complicated Rolexes. It's their annual calendar.
But
Now-
is that what Rolex are really known for? That they haven't really done super complicated before.
Well,
since this, or
I gotta
have they,
be
kind
honest
of?
with you. The bang per buck sweet spot in the Sky-Dweller state is the two-tone. That's where the look at this. Let's having a look here.
But I tell you, the
Look at
white
this.
gold looks a lot nicer, sadly.
20 that I tell you what I reckon I would go with, seriously, the white gold. See, the blue you're paying massive premium. The white dial or the black dial, I'd probably go for the black dial steel. That's the white gold bezel. Look at that.
Beautiful.
So now the only thing is, you know, this is a annual calendar. It doesn't tell you the day of the week, does it? It tells you the date and the month, right? But it doesn't tell you the day. Monday, Tuesday, doesn't tell you, okay? And it is also a GMT because you've got another...
The bezel.
Right.
Yeah, so I got to be honest with you. It's the inner chapter ring there. Look, to be honest with you, the problem is, let me say this. The problem is, it's easy to dismiss the Sky-Dweller until you start looking at the price of two-tone bluesies and root beers. This is in the same ballpark. Like, this is
Exactly.
21 US. I gotta be honest with you. If I was looking at a bluesy, I could be persuaded to get a Sky-Dweller. These are big. Yes, they are. I've got to tell you, what is the cheapest? Let's have a look here. So these gold ones, okay, so they're quite reasonable. Here, low 20s. I like low 20s. This two-tone with the black is not ridiculous. The cheapest is the champagne, 21,000. Let's have a look. What else have we got? The blue. Okay, the blue is a premium. Okay, fair. Stay away from that. That's too dear. But you start looking at these. Okay, these are solid gold with the bracelet. That's kind of day-date money. But as a steel one, I think the black dial, you'd have, look at that, 21.8 or a two-tone. That could be winner, chicken dinner. Absolutely winner.
Tell me on this. You can't get the Jubilee unless it's gold, right?
No, they've got Jubilee in the two-tone. Look at this. The Jubilee, I think you mean in the steel, don't you? In the steel,
yeah, you can't get it.
it only comes on the Oyster, but in the two-tone you can get the Jubilee.
Yeah.
Not that I think there's anything wrong. I kind of like the Oyster bracelet better on these Sky-Dwellers. They're a big watch. They're one of the biggest, watches they've got there.
To me, the nicest look for me aesthetically is the white gold that comes on a Jubilee, and it just ends up looking like your classic Rolex. Unless you know what a Sky-Dweller is, you look at it and that's a classic
I think
Rolex.
it's a very usable watch. If you're a businessman, this is a great watch, really, to just wear and enjoy. The biggest decider, would you pay a bit more and get a solid gold head on this is on Alligator. See, that's 33. Would it be worth paying that to get the solid, the gold head one? What do you think? Because it also has the beautiful clasp.
You couldn't buy it because it's an alligator strap. They won't let you take it into Australia, will they?
I think you can. It's all
Okay.
bullshit, okay?
All
Because
right.
the Rolex leather straps, they've got the certificates on their. Look, I'm not an expert in this shit, but I mean, look, what I'm trying to say is there's a few of them in Australia anyhow. You don't have to. But look at this. What would you rather do? What would you rather do? Would you go for a? I got to be honest with you. This is a really tricky question. It's really tricky. There's some good value. Pine Baron, $5. No date sub is a perfect watch for anyone looking for one Rolex. I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that. The only thing is, they're getting awfully expensive. I'd probably go 40 mil. I reckon the 40 mil, the 41, see, $15,000. I would say, if you want an easy, I would say the best entry level sort of. I reckon the Milgauss should not be discounted. Look at this, Milgauss under 10,000. You know, that's a great. If you want to have a Rolex, it's a great watch. Great watch. Thomas
For those who
Burdett.
are up for, sorry.
Thomas Burdett, £4.50. So, Arch, we've got the Bluesy and the Speedmaster. We need a budget GMT. What about the Tudor Diet Pepsi? Bring that up.
It's kind of fat.
Yeah, I think, Thomas, if you're going bluesy, you got the money. You've got the money. You got money, okay? I would say, why don't you go Explorer 2? Look at this. So Explorer 2, the bargain would be the, look at this. I reckon the black dial, 12 and a half. Here we go. Just under 12. 11.9. Here we go. 11. So under $12,000. $12,000. Okay, what's a Tudor going to set us back? The Tudor would be there about 4. Okay. I still would say, if you can, get the Explorer 2. I think that's a much better watch than the Tudor Pepsi.
I tell you what, Tudor would make a lot of money if they made a 58 Pepsi.
Yes.
Yes.
Agreed.
Yes.
A lot of money.
Is the Tudor GMT, is that even thicker than the Tudor Black Bay 41 or the sub?
No, I think it's the same.
About the same.
Yeah.
But those are pretty thick.
They
Yeah, I
are
know.
too thick. I got to be honest with you. That's what drove me nuts about it. You know what? It was too fat. It was the height of it. It's very chunky monkey. Speaking of monkeys, it was a very chunky monkey.
Back to swinging off the grapevines. I wouldn't. Grapevines,
Yeah, chunky monkey. I didn't enjoy it. Like, it's a great watch. There's many things I liked about it. I love the hands. You know, it's got those beautiful.
Yep.
What hands? Snowflake hands. It's got I like the spacer between the crown and the case. That's got that aluminum in the color of the bezel. There's a lot going for it, but it's a pretty heavy watch. It doesn't have the adjustments, the micro adjustments there.
Like Rodney Allen Rippey said, it's too big to eat.
Yeah, I gotta tell you.
The old
there.
folks in the stream right now.
I gotta be honest with you. The problem is with these Sky-Dwellers. You know, the problem is that when you're looking at two-tone bluesies, when you're looking at root beers, the Sky-Dweller presents a very big case, because the Sky-Dweller
Huge.
that was sold as a replacement to the Day-Date. That was because remember when the Day-Date, the Sky-Dweller came out, it was only available in precious metal to start with.
Yep.
And Rolex completely rocked the foundation by releasing it in two-tone and steel with the white gold bezel. That is so incredible. Because it was too expensive. It was too expensive.
They'd only done it, though, after they sold a few. Right?
Yeah. it was kind of
What was
guys,
it? A year
I'm
later,
just
or a
gonna
couple
go
years
and take
later?
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a toilet break. I will be back in a moment. I'll put you on the screen there. Let's have a look if we've got any super chats I haven't done. Have I done any? You have one more to go. Super Rodent, $2. Women should get shafted before, during, and after. I don't know about that.
You know what? It doesn't matter what they should, because once the marriage comes, the majority of the time the sex goes. All you have to do is talk to married guys, and they'll tell you.
Yep.
It's just me. Everyone's gone.
Are you married, Green Room?
Sorry, what was that? Sorry.
You're not married, are you?
No.
You just turned 25. I mean, that.
Yes.
Unless you're out on a farm somewhere, I guess you could.
Yeah.
You got a whole life ahead of you, brother.
Exactly. Exactly.
I just have
You know, Green Room,
friend.
I see a lot of potential in you. You can grab screenshots of these rooms when they leave like this, and you know what I'm saying.
Who's back?
Anyway.
Hey, wait, you're disappearing.
Can anyone in the chat tell me whose background this was?
Am I on a delay? Because it looks like it's your regular background. It's not?
Grab Archie's background.
Oh, wait a minute.
Who does this belong to?
Are you using the Rancher right now? Wait a minute. Who is that?
I don't know.
Grab Archie's and put it on. So let him see.
You've got a window in the back behind you, and I think that's causing me confusion.
Causing a bit of a problem. Let me just show everyone's favorite.
Guys, what's going on, guys?
Nothing.
Oh boy.
Oh yes, well, we've seen that. We've seen you as Trim Wrong.
Yeah.
Tim Wong. So what's happening? Is JJ and everybody coming along, or what's going on here now?
I missed a lot of that. I figured I'd catch what's going on after the stream was over, because I didn't have a great signal earlier. So I missed a lot of your discussions, other than I guess there was a big blowout.
Yeah, but I don't think that happened on air.
No, well, I don't know. I saw somebody sent a screen grab. I think it was JJ's stream, and I swear everybody was there.
Oh wow. I
mean, I could be wrong, because I glanced at it and I just kind of went, whatever, But it looked like, Trim Wrong was there, Google Bobby was there, a bunch of people were there.
Yeah.
The Wizard was there. It was just a screen grab of everybody during the show.
It's the same.
It was like 9 people.
Same 3 watches they discuss. Yeah.
So, but I was just amazed at how many people were on the stream, because, like I said, it was like 9 people. I just kind of glanced at it and went, "Wow, full stream." So, but Archie's the OG. He's the original.
Do we get any? Yeah. Oh, he is. He is. You know what? He is. He is, and we're all his fans. I mean, like, I have nothing to do with watches, believe it or not.
Is Archie taking a crap right now?
I think he is, brother.
That's gotta be an experience.
They must do it differently in Israel, but we call it a bathroom break.
Bathroom break.
We call it taking a shit, man.
I get what you guys call it, because that's what you're saying, but
So, BBW, what's your
Yes,
name,
sir. Well, you know what? I go by BBW,
BBW.
and I worked to get it that way.
So very good. So, do you
If
think
we're
that
off
there's a
if we're
crash
off
coming
the
in
air, we
America?
might go into it. What's that?
Yeah. Do you think
What was that?
there's a crash coming in America? A crash. Do you think there's a crash coming in America? A financial crash?
There's certainly going to be some form of a reboot, whatever you want to call it. I think
Yeah.
the
Great
fact that
reset.
the former vice president is basically being told to push these agenda to print money like crazy and all that is going to, it's helping this inflation problem of ours, and that's part of it. And to be honest,
One of my
45
one
had it boosted up,
yeah.
and that's only temporary, of course. We always have a little crash every 10 years.
Absolutely.
Pine Barren, sorry guys, I just want to say something. Pine Barren Austin is my city is on lockdown. No, it's not on lockdown. We just have to wear masks when we are inside in interiors, but when we are outside, then we don't have to do anything.
Is it true that you have to get a third vaccine or third jab now? That the state is asking.
Yeah,
I've heard you guys are on the 4th. I thought you guys in Israel were on the 4th.
No, we're on the 3rd, man. We're on the 3rd.
I read a report that you guys are on the 4th now. But maybe that's going to start soon. But here's the interesting thing. You guys have 90% vaccination rate in the country, right?
Yeah, we're really at it, man. Really at it.
But your COVID cases are quite high, or they're still going up?
And you have to wear a mask. What's up with that?
Israel is fucked. Israel is fucked because people don't obey the fucking, the fucking rules, and so.
Well, wait a minute. 90% are getting vaccinated.
Yeah, still, but people are.
What other rule?
Well, other rules, exactly right. Once you're vaccinated,
I mean,
you can do whatever you want.
90%. That's more than any other country in the world, is from what I've read. 90%. I mean, 90% means what the hell else are they supposed to do?
They'll
not leave the house.
Yeah, it's spiked, man.
Well, I don't know.
Once you got the vaccine, why do you need to wear masks? You shouldn't need to.
In the rest of the world, the idea was get the vaccine so you don't need a mask. In the rest of the world, because but in Israel, where it's 90%, I don't think they counted on that. Now I'm just going to say my theory: they didn't count on 90% because that's a lot. So now they're stuck because people are still getting hospitalized with the virus, even though 90% are vaccinated. So maybe this whole mask stuff doesn't apply.
Well, it's a reality, Hey, Arch, how are you doing? What are you wearing? The sub?
I got to say one thing real quick.
I love... Yes.
One thing real quick, because I think this has worked up a little bit.
Yeah, man.
Virus particles are pretty small, right? They're smaller than bacteria by far. They're really tiny, like a common cold is a virus. Common cold is a virus. In fact, common cold is a coronavirus, just like this COVID is a coronavirus. Okay. If you can smell a fart with your mask, right? Is it blocking anything else? Remember, because you can't see a fart, right? You can't see it because it's too small to see, right? But you can still smell it. Right?
Doc, can I explain something to you, Doc? Doc.
Anyway, just something for Dis to think about, because I know. Huh?
Remember the 1950s?
Yes, sir.
1960s.
I read about it.
American kids were told duck and cover.
Exactly.
Hide, duck, and cover for nuclear explosions, right? How much protection does hiding, ducking, and covering really do for you when a bomb goes off, right?
You know why that was? Because it was too expensive to build a bomb.
because it makes
Well,
you
that's
feel
true.
like you're actually doing something when in fact
It-
it's absolutely pissing in the wind. Guys, very
But-
quickly there, I got to do some super chats here. The Pine Barren, $5. How is life in your city? Are you guys on lockdown or are you free to? We will just discuss that one there. Another super chat,
Yeah.
Pine Barren, $5. BBW, I'm supposed to ask your thoughts on the moon landing, something to do with Stanley Kubrick. And and that was, there we go. That was that was there we have done there. Yes, a desk will save you from a nuke, but will
You
definitely
didn't let
keep
me
them
answer.
calm. Yes.
But yeah, but the other reason that they had you doing the duck and cover is a lot cheaper than building a bomb shelter, which actually might help. So this whole mask business is a lot cheaper than going for ultra high filtration in your air conditioning units, which actually might actually do something in terms of eliminating the virus as it's floating around in the air. But it's very expensive. Mask is a lot cheaper.
Thomas Burdett, £4.50. Arch, I can't afford the Explorer 2, so went for the Tudor. I'm saving for my Grail, the Vacheron 1942 triple date calendar. Please analyze this watch. I got to be totally honest with you. I've never been a huge Vacheron fan. Okay?
But maybe you
I've
should
always-
pull it up because Thomas Burnett's
Archie.
always liked that style of watch. He's a dress
I'll
watch
pull
guy.
it up now. Yep. Vacheron 1942. The big question is, you got two versions, the blue version and you got the black version. That's the big debate with this watch. Look, I got to tell you, the teardrop lugs, the thing they don't understand is when they got the gold version, they didn't do the teardrop lugs. It's a different case. It's actually, they call it a 1948. I would have liked if they did the 1942 in solid gold as opposed to having a different name for it. That's the blue version. And this is the red version. I probably prefer the blue version. That's just me. Absolutely beautiful watch. It's a triple date, meaning you have to adjust it at the end of every month because it goes to 31. So it's an annual calendar is the next step along from this. But triple dates, Rolex even had a triple date. The famous Rolex 8171. The Rolex 8171, which I've actually held one of these, which was the Rolex Moon Phase. That was the last Moon Phase, was also a triple date. Very, very cool watch indeed. These are absolutely gorgeous. But I got to tell you, the Vacheron itself, gorgeous watch. $20,000, I think. $20,000. $20,000 is what they are going for. $20,000 is the new price. Let's have a look. Let's jump on the chrono. Get on the chrono and see what these babies are doing. They were soft at one stage there. I remember when they were going for...
More like 15, weren't they?
No, I remember 13, Doc. I remember 13 US. Just
Wow.
type in Vacheron 1942. Here we go. It comes up. Let's have a look what they're going for. They've gone up a bit. They're not as cheap. What's the cheapest? 70. Oh, shit. They've really gone up. That's almost... What are they retail?
You got me.
My God.
I'd never buy a new one.
Tell you what. It's not much difference now. Look at this.
Why, the retail is 20?
Sorry, I didn't have that on the screen. Sorry about that. I don't know what to say, Doc. What do you think?
Well, it's not really my style. I'm not a dress watch guy, but if I was going to go dress watch, I'd probably end up leaning to Patek. If I had money, then I'd probably lean for 5170 kind of territory. That's my thing.
Andrew Ballantyne, £5. Vaccines don't stop the spread. They stop you dying if you get it. It trains your body before a full-blown battle with the virus. Simple sense. Train for war. Doc,
that's certainly the propaganda. And a true vaccine, you know, such as, let's say, polio vaccine. Absolutely right. This mRNA experimental thing doesn't seem to be working the way they thought. You know, I mean, if you look back just a few months ago, because we didn't really know, you guys are the experiment. So,
Ooh, Israel?
Everybody who took it. The vaccine's only been around for a year, so they didn't really know what was going to happen, right? It's only been around for a year. Most vaccines are tested for 10 years. So that's the scale of things. And originally they said, if once you get the vaccine, that's it, you're done. Now the story has changed. You need to get a booster, and then Pfizer's even working on daily pills to take.
Yep. That's right. It's absolutely right.
So that's your key. That's your key to the possibility that the vaccine maybe isn't working like they thought. If you have to have a pill and take it every day. I mean, that kind of sounds like the thing you'd do if you didn't have a vaccine. You'd take the pill.
I mean, our governments are just willing to spend enormous amounts of money on securing these vaccines, and they're going to repeatedly.
It's sort of like spending all that money going to the moon. All the contractors got a lot of money on the deal.
Mm-hmm.
Making the most of Pine Barren Super Chat. For those who are interested, there's something called the Orion project from NASA from around 2015. And they basically talked about going through the Van Allen belt towards Mars or the moon for the first time. So, and that was from NASA.
Roar of the Tiger, $5 regarding Archie's Cold War nostalgia. In the words of comedian Lewis Black, those school desks made fine kindling. That's the
Lewis Black is hilarious. You don't know,
Archie,
but that's
do you
a comedian.
know,
He's hilarious.
Roar of the Tiger is a Vietnam veteran.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, he fought in Nam, man. He's a fucking OG, man. He fucking killed the Viet Cong, you know, in the jungles and shit.
This aren't you a veteran?
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, Dis went to Lebanon, didn't you? Dis went to Lebanon, didn't you?
I fought in Lebanon. I fought in Lebanon in 2006, man.
Was that worth going there, or you had no choice?
I had no fucking choice, man. They just told me go to the border and guard the country.
Did you try and weasel out? Did you try and weasel out?
No, they don't let you weasel out in Israel.
I do what I'm told, man. Yeah, I do what I'm told.
90%.
Yeah, man.
Did you kill anybody, Dis?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, well, let's not talk about this killing people because
probably
it's kind of
we're going on. We're on a way off tangent now.
We're off on way off tangents there. I tell you what is dying is this stream. This stream with the lack of super chats is dying. That's what I can tell you is dying a slow and painful death there. Doc has been around for a long time with me. The original crew, the new crew, the fired crew, and then the replacement crew. You've been there, Doc.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
It's funny.
Thank you. I thank you so much for everything you've done for my watch collection personally and for everyone else in the community.
Yeah, I got to Arch.
I got to tell you, it's you've got to try your Dis there. I'm a little bit disappointed with the first Omega in space. I love that watch, but sometimes you got to do what your heart says. You know, you don't.
Everybody has a different aesthetic.
Andrew Ballantyne, Bersha, good or bad? Let's bring them up on the screen there. The Bucher, Bucher, B-U-C-H. This is the Carl Bucher. Carl Bucher. Look, I'm not a big kind of independent fan myself here. There's a lot of lower end crap here he did. Then we get into the more expensive crap that he still does today. Not a big fan of it. Not a big fan. What do you think, Doc? Carl Bucher.
It's not my style, and I'm not a dress watch guy either. I like sports watches, and I don't like his sports watches.
I don't think they were ever that amazing.
I thought you were talking about the Oris.
Oh no.
No.
And the other brand is the De Buffon. These are super expensive, and Govberg's bought into this brand. Can you believe that?
When you say bought in, you mean invested, or you mean
I believe
picked
so.
up
That's
some
what
of the
they were
watches?
saying. Somebody was saying.
Really?
I'm not really. This is like these independents. I don't know how much money you really need to have independence. You know, they're kind of crazy. They never really appealed to me. I don't understand why. I don't understand why you really want to do that. Guys, I just want to share something with you. We're coming into the last stretch of the program. I thought we
were only halfway.
Look, I normally do a 2-hour show.
Oh, it's Monday. I'm sorry. I thought it was Sunday.
But, you know, we see how it goes there. I was going to show you something. And I got
confused. I thought it was Sunday. It's Monday.
I want to bring you up to date here, okay? Because, I'm a car person, don't you?
A little bit.
Andrew Ballantyne, £5. Bucher partner with other watch brands for the famous Bucher Blue. They gave Rolex their start in business, a partnership that still stands today. Okie dokie. Thank you, Andrew. I'm not quite sure on that. I'll have to
research it. Maybe even Google it, right?
Well, I was going to bring up something quickly. Let's have a look here. I want to show you something because I am a car person. I like cars. So,
a Ferrari?
No, I'm talking affordable. Okay. So what I see as the sweet spot is a 5 to 6 year old car. You understand?
Yeah.
5 to 6. Is that okay?
I mean, sure. I'm biased because I have an older BMW than that.
So this here is a 20,000 US, 2015. What do you think of this green room? You're an Aussie. What do you think? So this is a 2015. Okay, 3 Series. This is a nice little motor car. Look,
in 5 years it'll be worth 10.
Archie, I got to be honest with you. Look, I'm not a car guy.
But do you like this or not?
I don't really like the red.
Oh, you don't like the red? Shit.
I'm sorry.
Let me
That's
just
a Porsche color. It's a Porsche color.
Look at this car here. 28,000 bucks, right?
Somebody's sawing something.
Who's sawing?
I don't know. I heard sawing in the background.
I think that's Dis. He's always doing something stupid, you know.
I don't know what's going on.
Now, the reason I brought this car up was this is the sort of money as those Sky-Dwellers and the... Also, this is the same money as the two-tone Bluesy.
Yep.
So here we go. BMW 2015. It's got 90,000 Ks on it. What's that? 60,000 miles.
Oh, wow.
That's not that bad. 60,000 miles. Isn't as bad as 90,000 miles.
But what I want to show you is what happens to these cars. Can I show you what happens to them?
You mean like 5 years from now when it's worth half?
No, I mean after you've just paid the money and then you're driving home and then you're going out on this hot date because we always knew this car was going to help us in life, right? I want to show
for the
you what
ladies.
happens. Can I? So here we go. We're just on a forum here.
Da-da-da-da.
I gotta try to
BMW
read it.
forum. I'll read it to you. My F30 328i, which is basically, okay, it's got real leather instead of the fake crap that's in the 320. So it's almost the same car. Has been problem-free since I took delivery in April 2012. Never had a problem and always properly serviced and maintained. Suddenly, I get a low-pressure warning and the car went into limp mode. I pulled over and had it towed to my local BMW service centre. They weren't able to get the engine started and I was told that I was lucky the car went into limp mode because that would prevent further engine damage. The next day I was told they were able to get the engine turned over, but that it was making strange noises indicating a timing issue and that they would need to inspect the valves. Later that day I did get a call saying the camshaft was snapped and there was metal and plastic all over the engine and that it would need to be replaced. They're not sure what caused this, but I was quoted a price of over $20,000, this is US, for parts and labor to repair it. There you go. That's
I
the
could have told
famous
you that, Archie.
That's the famous N20, the N20 engine, which is in this BMW, the red one, the N20 engine. Do you know about the N20? Producer Mark.
A 20-year-old Toyota Camry has better reliability than a 3-year-old BMW.
Why are they so bad?
Because they're expendable cars, Archie. These cars are not, the newer BMWs are not like the old BMWs where
That's right.
people bought the BMW and the Mercedes as prestige. These are lease cars. People lease them. The corporations, the cab companies, the Uber Blacks, they lease them at 36,000. I mean, I'm talking about America.
Yeah.
At 36,000 miles, they trade it in, they give it back. Some guy who's got who wants to flex, hey man, I'm going to get a BMW. They buy it. Next thing you know, car breaks down. You go to your dealership. The dealership is $195 an hour to work on these cars.
Yes. Producer Mark, you're right.
Yeah. I know cars, sir.
But here's the
I know
thing.
the automobile industry.
The other problem is it was a brand new engine. In other words, the E46 had the straight six.
Yes.
Look how long they had the straight six. It was perfected.
Yes. But you know what happened? They had stupid emissions in Europe where they had to make it more efficient and something for nothing.
I understand that. They had to make the change. It was forced upon them. But the reality is they had a very reliable straight six. They'd always done that. And then they had to change it.
And then they went to the stupid Turbo 4. And do you know what the turbos cost on these BMWs here? They're not cheap.
Oh, no. It's about 15
I think it's
grand.
About
15 or
6
20.
grand. 4 to 6. 4 to 6.
But here's a thing, Archie, and I think BBW will agree with me on this one. I'm of course talking about America. These cars the newer cars are not made actually for the consumer. The newer cars are made to sustain the automobile industry, the mechanics, the workshops, the parts people. That's the market that these cars support, and they're designed for that. They break down. Parts are so expensive for German cars in America. It's crazy. It's insane. So
I'd say that it's become a sort of a global industry. Because of that, there's part swapping all across. And in the old days, a car company would be revered for its reliability and long last.
Exactly.
But now one is just the same as another. Maybe the Japanese are sort of a holdout on that, but I predict that in another 10 years you're going to see Toyotas not lasting like they used to.
Yeah, you're right. Because right now Toyotas are either made in
So
Michigan
guess
or
what,
Mexico.
guys? Guess what? So I've mentioned that engine, right? So that's called a BMW N20 engine. Okay,
Yes, sir.
that's what it's called. It's called an N20, right? So we go to our friendly Google. You know, our good friend Bobby Google, right?
Googly doogly.
So we type in here. We type in to Google. We just type in very quickly. Is the BMW N20 engine reliable? Okay, so what comes up? Here we go. People also ask. This is what it says. All in all, the BMW N20 is a reliable engine and does not have many common issues that warrant concern until higher mileage. How reliable is the BMW N20 engine? This is what it says. This is the propaganda. You know what?
It's the car companies that put these posts up, Archie.
You know what? Then you start to dig down.
Yeah.
Oh, my N20 died at 72,000 miles.
Yeah.
Need opinion. Clearing. Look at this. This is failure. Beamer post. Failure after failure after failure. So I got to tell you, why do they hide it here? See, Google, if you do a rudimentary search, it says it's okay.
Yeah.
But the reality is horror story after horror story. Why is that so? Can you explain that to me?
Well, it's just like in America, we have this crazy thing called the Kelly Blue Book. The Kelly Blue
Yep.
Book was made for the benefit of the car dealer. It was never made for the consumer.
And you know what? They've even got people here leaving comments. Someone says here, hello all, thinking of buying a reasonably priced 2013 320 with the N20 in it. The problem is it has 76,000 miles on it. I may go safe route and buy a 2010. Being unfamiliar with i4s, BMWs, I've heard people go as far as to say the N20 is the worst BMW motor, but would like to understand. Here we go. They've got propaganda. The car companies are posting propaganda. You understand?
BBW, what year is your BMW?
Well, mine is an E46. It's a 2005. I've had no engine problems except just regular maintenance.
Right.
On these forums here, people don't give you advice. They just give you lies. The N20 is an award-winning end. This is the sort of crap you've got to put up with. Instead of saying, yes, it's a known disaster spot, stay away from it, get away from it, run as fast as you can. They don't say that.
Yeah.
You understand? This is you BMWs. Here we go. Verada, Mr. Tudor, to you, $10. Suck it up. You have to maintain BMWs. I own an E39 2000 540i 6-speed, valve cover gasket, guide rails, valley pan all replaced on 215,000 and my daily knock around. Love it.
But see, his is a 2000.
Yeah, they're even he's got the 6-cylinder. He's got the V8. That's the V8.
Right.
Actually, BMW V8s are notorious for being junk. I must say that they are actually pretty.
But the advantage is he's got the E39. It was out for a while. He's got a 2000.
I like the E39. They were a great shape.
Oh no, it's a nice looking car. But what I'm saying though is that just like my E46, it's got the straight 6. I take it to my mechanic. He says, as an example, because it's an
This
M.
is what an E39 looks like, guys, if you guys don't know. So, they're a very brutal. I thought these were one of the best shapes. These were kind of the E46 equivalent, weren't they?
Absolutely. And the M version is a sweet ride.
I got to tell you, I think with BMW, Mercedes, they would say would last 15 years. BMW 10, I think it's even falling lower than that. Mark, what do you think?
He's not there.
Oh, yeah.
I would agree.
Absolutely.
They're garbage.
I'm here.
What are they now? You used to buy a You used to buy a BMW or Mercedes. This is what I don't understand. You used to buy one as a retirement car because it would last you 20 years if you looked after it and treated it well.
Now you don't. You can't. They're garbage. They're designed to fall apart, so you can go and get the latest version. That's why they want you to lease the car, because they make the money twice over in a lease.
I told
mean,
you
if you
what
go
my
and-
favorite car is in America, didn't I?
Yes, sir.
Toyota,
Bro, I'm trying to
Camry.
find one so I can buy it for you and ship it off.
Which
You
one
know,
is your favorite? Seriously, which one?
I like the Fleetwood Brogans. The Fleetwood
Oh, the
Brogans.
Cadillac.
The
Cadillac. I'm going to call
The
it.
night-
You
Cadillac.
guys in America are so lucky to have Cadillacs. Why didn't, we never got caddies here. I've always looked up to Cadillacs. And the Brogam. Look
But
at this
I-
here. Look at this here.
I
Isn't that...
I don't think they're available now, Archie, because President
They've-
Bam Bam did a cash for clunkers for all 95
Yes,
cars.
you know what?
1995.
He
they may not
did
be
more to
available.
destroy good cars than anyone else. So much...
President Bam Bam.
Because remember, you had to put
Bam Bam.
the
Who's Bam Bam?
special sand in the gearbox. You had to actually have the motor destroyed.
Yeah. Yeah.
You remember
Just a
that?
cat.
Yep. Oh,
It
I
was-
know. Listen, I'm in the car business. I'm in the car industry out here. I know my cars.
Many good cars were destroyed. You know this?
Oh. There were beautiful cars. 1995 cars were exempt from the emissions, and they wanted to make money, so they got rid of all these cars.
Because those
Timepiece
cars
fund,
could keep
$2.
going and going.
Mechanical cars will be a hobby after Elon is done.
Oh, please! Even the
And
Tesla phase is going to crash.
Scott Allbrand, $5. Always great to hear the doc's opinion on watches and current events. Thank you.
Agreed.
Appreciate that, Scott.
You know what? These Cadillacs, right? Why don't they make Look, this had a North Star motor. Now, Mark, you know the North Star motor? That was one of the worst V8 engines General Motors ever made.
Ever
this.
made by man. Ever made by man, sir.
What did you think of the North Star?
Who, me?
Yeah, the only thing that was more disgusting was the Cadillac. Remember the Cinnamarium, the Cinnamon, the Cadillac Cinnamon. Remember them?
Oh,
Yeah, that was just
yeah.
that was just a fancy
Yeah,
Chevy.
You know what? They thought
Yeah.
they would compete with the BMW 3 Series with this thing.
No,
You remember
no,
that?
no. America,
Who were they kidding?
America between 1984 and 1994 came out with some of the most strangest cars, like the Chevy Beretta, the Pontiac Sunfire. Then you have this. Then you had the Chevy Citation, and they wanted to compete with the European market and the Japanese Toyotas, but they couldn't. They all died. They died.
But see, that
Cadillac Diamond, $5. Archie, Cadillac dealers split in half. They had to buy into an EV deal through 350,000. So most have sold out back to GM. They can't afford the package.
that's true.
That is true.
That's true.
Roar of the Tiger, $2. Hell, it's even safer to get late model Buick.
That's also true.
Older Buicks aren't so bad. You know, the Cimarron was just a rebadged something called a Cavalier out here, which was
Yes.
a piece of junk.
Yes.
It uses
Yes,
the
exactly.
J body. You remember the J body?
But the point was, a Cavalier
You know
was
what?
sort of like,
We had one here in Australia. It was called Green Room. Back me up. Green Room, Mr.
Yeah.
Green Room.
Yeah.
We had the Holden Chimera,
Yeah.
and that was, you know what? You don't know something? That
right
was
now,
a
Green Room
piece-
is calling himself Trim Room right now.
That
Yeah,
was
right.
an absolute piece of shite. They
Exactly.
were absolute shite. Here's one that's been well looked after.
But
These were absolute garbage of a car. Absolute garbage.
well, guess what? The Cimarron was just it had a Cadillac nose or grill on it. They maybe put some different taillights
Leather
on it to make
interior.
it Cadillac. Maybe they put
Yeah.
a leather interior in it. The engine was the same. Everything else was the same. The build quality was the same. It was a crap.
Yep.
And can you believe they actually tried to sell this against the BMW 3 Series of the time?
They had to go for low information car buyers.
See, because
And
Archie,
you know what?
here,
They
Archie,
said front-wheel
Archie.
drive was an advantage over rear-wheel drive.
Yeah, the idiots. Because between 1984 and 1994, all these automotive executives were on cocaine. That's the thing. So they came out with the craziest cars.
And they were looking just to make quick money. They weren't looking
That's
long
right.
term. It was quick
Yep.
money.
The thing is this, I noticed with Corvettes, I've inspected a few 80s, 90s Corvettes, and one thing I must say is the switchgear is absolute garbage. Where did they pick it from? The cheapest parts bin they could find.
The Cadillac, I mean, the Corvette quality was not great during those years. Those were the lean years.
Yes.
Again, let me just interject here with our.
You know, the
BMW
only
over
time
there.
I've seen quality this bad, can I show you where else I've seen quality this bad?
You're going to show
Please.
us a Yugo, aren't you?
No, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show
They're
you.
actually
this is-
reliable.
The Yugo? Oh, come on.
The Yugos, yes. The Yugo
don't
and
know
the
if I-
and the Ladas. I mean, come on, they survive in minus 30-degree weather.
You know, they just Fiat. It's all Fiat engineering. You know that, don't you?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Actually, it's not coming up.
Is
I'm
that a
sorry.
Jaguar you're showing us? What is it?
Alfa Romeo.
Alfa Romeo. Oh my God.
I can't
What a
see my
garbage.
screen.
Alfa Romeo. They
Garbage.
just I don't
Garbage.
What is garbage?
Garbage.
You know.
Now, Archie, you used to own an Alfa Romeo. I know
Yes,
that.
I
But
did.
didn't your work colleagues find out about the Alfa Romeo and they turned on you or something? Is that what happened?
Oh
don't
no, that's when I lost my job for having one. That's another story. That was when I was in government. They got jealous.
But
Malik
Ford-
Diamond, $10. Archie, the North Star motor was actually very reliable. The only real issue was half the block that would leak. It's 20 plus hours to remove and reseal. I charge Rolex prices to do it. Malik
Yeah.
Diamond.
Yeah, exactly. With these cars, I'm telling you, the mechanics are the ones making the money. They're the
No,
ones
the
making the
North
money.
Star.
The North Star was the one that famously was advertised as not needing any maintenance to 100,000.
Right. That was the
You-
worst engine.
But then it wouldn't make it to
didn't need-
100,000.
It didn't need
Right.
any maintenance to 100,000. You're joking.
No, that was the
Yeah.
Do
advertising.
you want to
That
see
was
what
a-
Cadillacs sell for in Australia?
Hmm.
Let's have a look at what Caddies
Ooh,
sell
that's a
for.
60s Cadillac.
This is what they sell for.
Or is that a 59 with the tail?
59 with the tail? You're good. Let's go for cheapest to. We like a bargain. Look at this. Here we go. We've got an 80s, 88 Caddy. Here we go. A Cadillac Seville, $10,000.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Here we got another Cadillac
Yeah, it's
Seville,
another.
10,000.
That's about
see.
$1,000 in Chicago.
Here we go. Cadillac Eldorado, 15,000.
Yeah.
I prefer the Eldorado.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham, 20
That's about
grand.
$500 in Chicago.
In America,
this.
we pronounce it Brome.
Bro, yeah.
72 Eldorado, 20,000.
Garbage.
Here we go. Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham, 1983, 20,000.
But
Here
you're
we
in
go.
Australia. You should say it the Australian way. You're in Australia.
1995 Cadillac Eldorado Touring, 22,000. Can you believe that?
That was actually a good car.
Those look nice too. You see one in person. That's a nice looking
Here we go.
car.
Cadillac 2008 Cadillac CTS, $26,000.
Garbage. Garbage.
Garbage.
That's garbage.
And
Garbage.
the problem is that the second generation of that style is much nicer than the first. You know?
Yeah. Yes, you're right, sir.
It's garbage. It's got look at this. Here we got Cadillac 69 Cadillac DeVille, 30 grand.
My
Here
brother
we
had
go.
a 69
We got an
Caddy.
Escalade, $40,000 for a 2004 Escalade. What do you think of that?
Garbage. Garbage. That's garbage.
Garbage.
It's a
Hey,
Chevy.
this
It's a
is
Chevy SUV.
Yukon.
now
So
this
it's
was
Yukon
this
or
was
a-
when Cadillac was quality. 1949 Cadillac Fleetwood.
Beautiful.
If you look
That-
at the tail fins, it got its inspiration from airplanes.
This is when Cadillac
Honest to
was.
God.
Yeah.
That's when they were sort of semi. Look, here's a Fleetwood, 63 Fleetwood, 40 grand. 73 Eldorado, garbage. Cadillac DeVille, 1967, 45,000. Here's another
Yeah, but-
Escalade, $45,000.
Escalade is garbage.
What about this here? This is the limo, the Fleetwood. Remember the 60s special? This was the limo, the factory limo.
Nice. But I don't know if the parts are available in Australia.
Of course not.
They probably are because there's for the '59 Cadillac. That's such a it's such a desired Cadillac that
Here we
you can
go.
usually get parts.
2011 Cadillac Escalade, $70,000. What do you think, guys?
Garbage. It's garbage.
I'm not into the GMC pickups.
Yeah,
There
it's
you go. That's
garbage.
Cadillac has a Escalade 85. This is just. This is probably 56 Cadillac Series 62. What do you think of that?
I've seen them in person. They actually are impressive.
Yes. There you go, there, guys. A bit of car talk. Always a bit of car talk.
Of course,
To
it's
get-
ratings poison, but it's always fun to do it.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of car talk lately.
Green Room, you're not a car man. Why were you never a car man? Tell me.
He's in the
you were-
fragrance. He's in the fragrance.
I'm into fragrances. I've got all my fragrances back here. I'm a big collector. I just I really am actually into fragrances. That's the thing. I know this is a joke, but I'm into fragrances.
Hey, I got a new fragrance yesterday, Green Room.
More dupe.
Okay, here you go. Cartier. I got a Cartier fragrance.
Okay.
What do you think of it? What does it smell like?
Declaration.
How much was
Cartier Declaration. Cartier
Get on
Declaration.
special from Chemist Warehouse.
Yes, of
Does it
course.
smell like a tank?
It's very woody. It's a woody smell. Cartier Declaration.
Wouldn't it be something if
I
they
am-
made one that smells like a wristwatch? Only
Or
for
a
us.
smacko or a worn out strap. Guys, I'm going to wrap this show up. It's been a great show. I think we had good fun today. What do you think? Did we have fun? You guys had
Any
fun?
more gossip, Archie? Any more?
I only
gossip?
come on for fun. I miss the gossips. I'm hoping I can get a recap.
Archie,
off
do
air,
a recap of the gossip,
nothing
please.
else.
Do a recap of the gossip.
Unless you do one now.
I got to tell you, there was a punching match after JJ's stream yesterday with Artem and JJ. They went almost to fisticuffs.
Oh,
I'm trying to split the community. I'm not here to sing Kumbaya and unite and, just be all friends.
I'm here to make money. I put my money on JJ.
Yeah, JJ, I got to tell you, it's he's been having some big super chats. I'm a little bit disappointed he didn't get that guy to reveal the watch on this channel, but hey, you get what you get. What can you say?
Well,
it
happens. It happens.
Yeah, it happens. Guys, we will catch you later, guys. Later.
you got it, Archie. Thank you.
Later,
All right.
later
See ya.
guys.
Don't forget the thumb up, fellas. Give it the thumbs up.
Thumb up, and we'll
I
see you
did.
tomorrow.
Upvote it.
It's the way it goes, guys. See you later.